Here we are, gang. The next episode of the CrossFit Fort Dodge Way. What do you see in this video? That's an empty gym because we have a gym full of cherry pickers today. That is correct. Today we want to talk about cherry picking and how you should not do it. Brock is looking around for all the members that should be here right now, and he can't find them. Apparently people don't like to run 3 miles. Get it. Okay, none of us like to run 3 miles, but what we want to talk about and hit on a couple different things on, first and foremost, is we don't want to cherry pick workouts. Brock, why don't we want to cherry pick workouts?
Because all workouts are important. Because we talked about obviously the metabolic pathways that we're all trying to train with in CrossFit, and those long, slow, cyclical workouts are part of it.
Constant variation. You can't be varied if you don't do this.
Exactly, and you need every piece of the puzzle to get a full benefit of a program, right? So that's literally why we should not cherry pick.
Exactly. So some of the things, the misnomers on a monostructural workout, a long one like this. First and foremost, the first one that I hear a lot is I just can't run and it hurts. Now that is legitimate for some people. Some people, especially when they're first new to the gym, it's hard for them to run, and we recognize that and we want to support that.
Yep.
And this is a good place to talk about no matter what the workout is. If that is truly how you feel, us coaches are here to encourage you and to push you, but we have a heart too. We can recognize and work with you. Yes, today when we posted the workout, we were going to encourage everyone to run because we think you should try to do that. But honestly, if it came down to you just couldn't, we're going to work with you and find a way to hit this.
It's just another part of cherry picking, right? Yes. We see running done a lot, and so I think the first thought a lot of people have is, oh, I'm going to row it, or I'm going to bike it, or whatever it is, you know, and if you're not training that running, you're not getting that stimulus built up, because it is different, right? Rowing and running, they're both cyclical things that we can do, but they're still different. So you got to train both of them. So yeah, we obviously encourage and we try to say, hey, all right, you're not rowing today, right? That's not an option. But it is to an extent of obviously if you physically can't run, right?
Yes,
if you have any issues whatsoever, or if you just can't run a very long time, there's ways around it, right? Shortening distances out, or if we have to row or run or row or bike or whatever it is, we're going to make it happen.
Yes. So the other component I hear a lot about CrossFitters sometimes don't like these longer monostructural running in particular workouts is they don't always see the benefit of how this cardiovascular process can actually benefit their strength.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy. There's tons of research showing that, you know, when we engage in these longer format workouts, we're improving our body's ability to not only produce capillaries, which are the small blood vessels going into the muscles, but also the way we burn fuel. And actually, now if we ran this far and further every single day, yes, it is going to impede on your strength.
Yeah.
But to do this twinkled in like we do and the way we program is absolutely super beneficial to your muscular strength and endurance, and it's going to make the things that you like to do, like the Metcons, even more important, and actually you're going to be able to excel at those. I get my butt kicked all the time in here on certain workouts by people that do a lot more running than me on the weekends because they have that base built up.
Yeah.
So that is a myth that I think is just out there. The other component of cherry picking, or some people would look at today's workout, which is a 3 mile run, period. That's all we're doing. What do I need the gym for to do that? I could go do that on my own, which is true. You bet. I think we should all have the freedom to do so. But they think that they're going to do it on their own. I was telling Brock when I got here, and I did it this morning with the class, I know for a fact, I was on the treadmill because it was cold this morning. If I would have been alone, even I feel like I'm a pretty disciplined person, I would have got off that treadmill sooner. And maybe if I would have finished it, I wouldn't have ran it as hard as I would have if I didn't have those other people around me. So I think that's an important component.
Don't lie to yourself.
Right.
If you're going to do it outside of the gym, you're not going to do it. Unless you're pretty disciplined.
Right.
I've done that so many times. Like, oh yeah, 3 mile run or a long bike or whatever it is. Like, oh, I'll just get home and I'll do that. Complacency sets in, right? We want to get other things accomplished in our day, and we just push it aside and we don't do it. Where in a class setting, for one, we're going to do it, obviously, because we're here, we're ready to go. And two, we're going to do it a lot better. You're going to be pushed by other people. That natural competitiveness in everybody, because you all have it. It's just that primal instinct of not wanting to suck. So you're going to get a better outcome with it. So that is why the class environment is so important.
And you don't want to let everyone else down. If everyone else is doing it, you don't want to show them that, hey, I quit early. Where unfortunately we'll let ourselves down anytime. It's easy to let ourselves down, but it's hard to let our fellow colleague in the class down. So
definitely, and I think those go hand in hand with people maybe not wanting to show up because they know it's like, if I show up, I'm not gonna be able to run that 3 mile, or I'm gonna be running it in triple the amount of time. So I'm just not gonna do it. And again, that's where you got to be communicative with coaches on where your abilities are set right now and what you're capable of, and going from there. So if we're setting a 20 to 30 minute window for this run today, and you know you're going to be outside of that, that's where we're going to do a 2 mile then. Or we're going to have to row it, like I said, if you can't run.
Absolutely.
Just making it fit your capabilities, and still having that push from a class environment is going to be really helpful.
I think to wrap this up, we want you here. You're paying to be here, and we like to see you. We don't like this empty gym. And you pay us to push you and to do things that you typically wouldn't do, to provide an atmosphere that you typically wouldn't get anywhere else, and that's what we want to do for you. So this is kind of tongue-in-cheek. We want to kind of call the entire gym out today. That this is what we've had a couple people show up, but this is what a lot of the classes are looking like so far. But ultimately, we want you to know that we are here for you, and we want to make you better, not only physically but mentally, community, the whole bit. We want to be here and get you better. So get in here, and we're going to help each other out.
See you tonight.
See you tonight.